Brittney Griner just called Caitlin Clark a trash effing white girl. Caitlin Clark has been picked on and abused ever since she entered the league in 2024, and now Brittney Griner is joining.
The WNBA is facing a pivotal moment as growing calls demand the league address a brewing controversy surrounding Atlanta Dream Center Brittney Griner. The issue, a now viral video, appears to show Griner directing racially charged remarks at Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark after fouling out of a heated matchup, as the clip continues to circulate across social media. The league's silence has grown louder by the day, especially when compared to how quickly WNBA officials have acted. In past incidents involving Clark and fan behavior, with tensions rising, many are asking, where's the accountability now?
Like Jamel Hill, former ESPN host, says that no, she didn't say bleep white girl. She says bleep whack call. To which she then went on to call me a grifter for even pointing this out, but besides the point. You can watch and make up your own mind as to what it appears Brittney Griner is saying. It's not certain what Griner says. There is one way to find out. Ask Brittney Griner. However, no one has done that except for Outkick. It's been over 2 weeks since Griner said this. Instead, the WNBA was investigating a bogus race hoax made up by Angel Reese about Indiana Fever fans. And I say bogus because they found no evidence that supports
That's controversy ignited during the Indiana Fever's 81-76 win over the Atlanta Dream matchup. Already charged with physical play and growing tension between both sides, in the second half, Brittney Griner picked up her sixth foul, ending her night in a mix of frustration and visible agitation. As she exited the court, cameras caught the heated moment. Lip readers and online sleuths were quick to dissect the footage, claiming Griner appeared to call Caitlin Clark trash, followed by what many interpreted as effing white girl. The clip spread like wildfire, sparking outrage and renewed debate across sports media and social platforms.
After she fouled out, she decided to take her anger and frustration out on Caitlin Clark. If the roles were reversed, imagine the type of field day the media would be having right now. Let's all remember the character of Brittney Griner. This is the same woman who got caught smoking weed in Russia and was jailed. And then Joe Biden made a trade for the Merchant of Death and returned him back to Russia for him to continue doing the same shenanigans that he was doing before he...
The footage quickly set social media ablaze, dominating trending charts for over a day and a half. Within hours, the clip had sparked reactions from high-profile voices across both the sports world and political circles. The timing couldn't be more significant, coming at a moment when Caitlin Clark's rookie season has already reshaped the spotlight on women's basketball, drawing levels of attention the league has never seen before.
Before she ever came along, there were a lot of outstanding basketball players who happened to be black females that was doing their thing on the WNBA level. And they never got this kind of shine. This girl, the Golden Goose, comes along and she wreaks havoc. She's the Rookie of the Year. She's fourth in the league in MVP voting. Fourth in the league, her rookie year.
Wow.
Outstanding.
Caitlin Clark's influence on WNBA viewership has been nothing less than games featuring the former Iowa standout are averaging 1.178 million viewers, compared to just 394,000 for matchups she doesn't play in. That's a staggering 199% increase, highlighting how essential Clark has become not just for ratings, but for the league's overall marketability and mainstream momentum.
Also, news just came out. Ratings are higher than it's ever been for the WNBA.
Yeah.
Congrats to Caitlin Clark. It's crazy how that works.
I mean, you know, what are you going to do? Proof's in the pudding, kind
Get a girl out of Iowa.
Exactly.
Who can pull up from the state next door.
Yeah.
And light up an entire arena, every arena.
Brittney Griner's on-court behavior this season has increasingly come under scrutiny, particularly in matchups involving Caitlin Clark. Despite the two playing different positions, Griner's physicality has often crossed the line from competitive to excessive. Analysts reviewing game footage have noted a consistent pattern: hard screens, elevated contact, and moments that some are calling deliberate targeting. As questions grow about league oversight and player accountability, concerns are mounting over how such behavior affects both player safety and the image of the WNBA's most high-profile talent.
I've said many times that Caitlin Clark got roughed up repeatedly by defenders throughout her rookie year last year. It was attempted bullying, trying to break her spirit, intimidate her, put her in her place. get even with her for all the attention she was getting. But this season, it appears Caitlyn is more committed to...
If you're enjoying this coverage, don't forget to subscribe. In the latest matchup between the Indiana Fever and the Atlanta Dream, tensions ran high, once again marked by repeated physical exchanges and aggressive play. Brittney Griner picked up multiple fouls at an alarming rate before ultimately fouling out, raising eyebrows among analysts and fans alike. What's more concerning is the emerging trend. Griner's foul rate in games featuring Caitlin Clark is significantly higher than her season average. Experts suggest this could point to either poor in-game discipline or something more deliberate. When paired with the alleged verbal incident caught on video, it creates a troubling narrative of sustained hostility toward the WNBA's most visible rising star. Video breakdowns from multiple games support this concern. Footage shows Griner engaging in questionable physical contact, including elevated screens, excessive body checks, and off-ball pressure that appears targeted and unnecessary. While tough play is expected in pro basketball, the frequency and focus of these actions have sparked debate. Is this still competitive intensity, or has it veered into unsportsmanlike behavior?
Watch some of these plays, guys. Watch some of these plays on Caitlin Clark. Look at this. Look at this. See that? Grabbing, physically grabbing her, applying pressure, pushing her. Look at Brittney Griner. Look at this. Look at how physical they are. Now, granted, Caitlin Clark has been in the weight room this season, but I'm telling you right now, there is only so much your body can take, man. Look at how close Ryan Howard playing her. This is
perhaps the most troubling element in this entire controversy is the WNBA's noticeably uneven response. Just weeks before the Brittney Griner incident, the league swiftly launched a formal investigation into allegations that Indiana Fever fans had used racist chants toward Chicago Sky forward Angel Reese. That inquiry lasted nearly 2 weeks, and in the end, found no evidence to support the claims. Still, the league approached it with full transparency and urgency, signaling zero tolerance for inappropriate conduct. Now, in stark contrast, despite video footage of the Griner incident going viral and intense public pressure to respond, the WNBA has remained completely silent. This perceived double standard has not gone unnoticed. Political leaders, media voices, and everyday fans have begun calling out what they view as a pattern of selective enforcement, raising serious concerns about fairness, consistency, and accountability within the league's leadership.
How are you not investigating Brittney Griner? How have you refused to provide a statement on Brittney Griner's behalf from the Atlanta Dream, from the WNBA, to Outkick? Because we've asked. So we asked the WNBA, are you investigating Brittney Griner? We've asked the Atlanta Dream, what did Brittney Griner say? We've asked Brittney Griner's representatives, what did you say here? She's made zero comment on this incredibly viral video. Again, I think she says, white girl. I think she is insulting somebody based.
The incident has sparked intense discussion across the sports media landscape, with ESPN's Stephen A. Smith emerging as one of the most outspoken critics, not only of Brittney Griner's alleged conduct, but also of the WNBA's continued silence. Smith, who has long praised Caitlin Clark's impact on women's basketball, voiced frustration over what he sees as growing resentment toward Clark from veteran players and even league leadership. His commentary zeroed in on the economic importance of Clark's success, arguing that sidelining or undermining her could damage the league's upward momentum. Smith highlighted a key stat to drive home his point. Clark's most recent game before her injury drew 2.22 million viewers on CBS, making it the second most watched WNBA broadcast ever on the network. Other prominent voices have echoed similar concerns. Skip Bayless, among others, criticized both Griner's silence and the league's lack of response, noting the stark contrast with how swiftly the WNBA has addressed other controversies. I waited to comment because I thought the WNBA would investigate. I expected a statement, but we've heard nothing, Bayless said. And Brittney Griner hasn't said a word either, which, in my opinion, speaks volumes.
I don't know for sure what was going on with what cameras caught Brittney Griner saying on the bench after she had fouled out against Caitlin Clark's Fever in Atlanta. I waited to comment on this until the WNBA was able to investigate it. I wanted them to issue a statement about it, but we have heard nothing from the WNBA, absolutely nothing. And Brittney Griner has not commented, which I find significant.
This latest controversy unfolds amid a growing wave of scrutiny surrounding player conduct across the WNBA. A string of recent high-profile incidents has sparked tough questions about the league's disciplinary consistency and enforcement of behavioral standards. The situation involving Brittney Griner is not an isolated case. It's part of a larger pattern that has, at times, overshadowed on-court achievements and slowed the league's momentum. Just days ago, Connecticut's Sun guard Dejounte Carrington drew backlash after a viral clip appeared to show her yanking LA Sparks guard Sarah Ashley Barker down by the Heron Act that reignited concerns about escalating physicality and unchecked aggression. In WNBA games, the league does have clear guidelines for managing inappropriate conduct, including the use of technical fouls, ejections, and suspensions. These measures are outlined in the WNBA's official rulebook, which empowers referees and league officials to protect both the integrity of the game and player safety. Yet, what critics are pointing out is not a lack of rules, but a lack of consistent enforcement. That uneven discipline has created a perception that some players operate under a different set of expectations than others, further eroding trust in the league's ability to police itself fairly and effectively